Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name's Rochelle and I'm here to do a reading for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. My readings are timeless, so whenever you catch this is the right time for you. I have chosen three cards from Wisdom of the Oracle, and I'll be clarifying with some other decks. And I've let the universe choose a song, and the title of your song is Use the Force. And I just couldn't resist. I had to use that as my title for this reading. Yeah, use the force. The force being um, your ability to tap in to that part of yourself that is calm and peaceful and happy and in harmony with things despite what's going on around you. Um, there's a lot of fear that you're bumping up against. Um, Potentially, well, let me dive in and I'll speak to this some more. So all the cards are in protection position, which really fits the energy today. Um, yeah, feeling so intense. Yeah, so anyway, we get the peace card in protection. And it's like something is happening in your life. There's some kind of disturbance in the force, we will say, that is really important to not let it take you down, not let it, as best as you can, not let it affect you. But the thing is, um, you're confronting a lot of fear with come to the edge and protection. It's like it's 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 feeling some kind of fear and being afraid to take the leap. Um, Feeling the disturbance in the force, and rather than figuring out how to make it work in your favor, you're like, I need to cower in the corner. I need to like stay as far away from the edge as possible. But in fact, it's really important to remember that fear is just being fed to you by a part of yourself that isn't necessarily correct in what it's telling you. Usually it's that child inside that it's trying to protect you, but it's not always accurate with the information it's giving you. And with message in a bottle, it in protection, it's needing to see that there see the signs, see that you could potentially be dealing with some kind of red flags. The red flags could be what's coming up within yourself that's keeping you stuck. It could also be that with this come to the edge, the message is very strong in that you have to have courage and be willing to jump despite the fear, to feel the fear, to acknowledge it, to acknowledge that part of yourself that is so afraid and thank it and love it because that's what it truly needs. But then, say I'm in charge, you feel the fear and you go for it anyway. Um and that this situation, whatever you're dealing with, it will pass. And so find that, however you can, find that happy place within yourself where you can you if it takes meditating, going for a walk in nature, taking a long bath, extreme self-care, whatever that means to you. You want to get back to that place inside where you're not, as much as possible, not so ruffled by the outer circumstances, and know that it's happening, but it will be different at some point in the future. Everything you're dealing with now will be, it'll all transform and turn and change into something else. So use the force in your favor. Tap into that energy, the energy of love that is, it's it's the force that connects all of us, that connects everything in the universe. So anyway, let's go to the good tarot and see what it has to say. Yeah, definitely heavy energy. My friend's dad is dying, and it's just like, I imagine there's a lot of people dealing with grief and loss in some way. My heart goes out to every single one of you. I'm dealing with loss in my life as well, and uncertainty, and not knowing where things are going to go, and feeling incredibly freaked out about coming to the edge and taking a leap of faith. You're not alone. We've got the call. This this card is very much about prosperity, prosperity that's connected to your purpose, to your mission in life, to what you were put here on this planet to do. I want to look at the book because I want to make sure I'm saying this right. Um, Purpose and true prosperity. And true prosperity, um, prosperity can be anything. When you feel prosperous, like it's not necessarily about money. It's about having what you need when you need it. It's about feeling prosperous in your relationships, in your connections in life. Feeling like you're connected with your higher power, and whenever you do need something, it somehow gets brought to you. um yeah, it says, I have everything I need right now to move forward with purpose. To move forward with purpose, you have everything you need. So even though it feels like you don't, the way things are going, you don't have a clear vision, a clear path, a clear picture of how to move forward, of what to do, um, you have what you need to figure it out to move forward. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. Um, Chariot, which is a card of victory. Two major arcanas in a row so far. This is a big shift. Um, it feels to me like, chaos that happens when, like, the image that comes to mind is when you have to move and you start packing everything up, and you get to that point where most everything's packed, and then you're just left with clutter. There's just stuff everywhere, and it's um that final push to, like, get all the bits and pieces boxed up, thrown away, whatever needs to be done. There's always this period of chaos, and then and then you actually do the move, and then you start unpacking, and there's a period of chaos, and before you can really settle down. But it's like, to get to that victory, you got to work on, just remember that you're going to get through this. Remember that at a certain point in the future, you're going to be looking back and at this time and being like, wow, that's behind me now. This part of the journey is officially over. Good job, me. Um, and the victory card can be about finding balance as you ride to victory, keeping those forces going in the same direction. It's not always easy. There's often an adjusting as you go. Messenger of Earth. You know that you are on a journey, or you're facing some kind of journey. And this card is about understanding that to be successful, you have to be willing to go the distance, to put your all into something, be dedicated to your passion, to your purpose. And have integrity as you go. Integrity with yourself, with the choices that you make, integrity with others, um, being willing to put in the effort to get what you want. And sometimes that does mean walking away. Sometimes that does mean seeing the signs, even when you don't want to, even though you're like, I'd rather not deal with this or look at this or whatever, especially if you're you're having to take some kind of leap of faith. Um, there's I was just saying this to someone last night. Oftentimes, I feel like pretty much always, and I don't use this word lightly, but always, but um, I've heard this saying, and it really resonates for me. It feels very true, which is it's about truth, and it's about anytime you think a thought and you feel bad in some way, it brings your energy down. It is not the truth. When you encounter truth, it lifts your energy. It it brings you up. It fulfills you. And so it's you kind of you almost using your body as a barometer for when the signs come to you and you're like, "Ooh, this doesn't feel right." Listen to that. And it can be tricky to tap into that, but it has to do. I think it very much has to do with fear. It's the fear that we buy into. And that's the thing. Fear is an acronym, or there's an acronym for fear, which is false evidence appearing real. And we buy into it. It's that saying, don't believe everything you think. Um, and you will have victory. Keep moving towards what feels good to you, what lights you up. Um, that's what you're supposed to be doing. All right, let me look at the Oracle Tarot. See what we got going on here. We've got Judgment, putting the past to rest. That's right. Feeling the fear and doing it anyway. The fear comes from situations that we've dealt with in the past that didn't work out. And when you put that to rest and you're like, okay, I'm relatively clean slate, I'm going to go for it. Yeah. Oh, Jojo, welcome. Hello. So happy to see you. Yes, you are a barometer. It's raining again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you're faced with situations that are totally out of your control. And all you can do is have faith that it's somehow is going to work out. Find that peaceful place inside yourself. The storm drains are clean. That's good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, once you deal with a crisis, especially when you can try and stay calm amidst the storm, you're able to think about things you need to do in order to make the situation better in the long run. Um, cleaning those storm drains, putting the past to rest. Yes, it will not flood. Oh man. Well, the Four of Wands. I mean, this is great. This is great. Putting the past to rest means that you are going up those steps to the next thing. You are getting ready to jump, to take that leap of faith. You're recharging your hopes as you go. You're understanding that you're committing to yourself, to your life, to what you want. You're willing to put in the effort. And and be grounded as you do it. Don't let the water carry you away. Wisdom of experience, which is another card of victory. The Six of Wands. Coming out of a situation, out of a time of there being chaos and conflict and drama and all the things. And it's like this is you having learned from the experience, putting the past to rest. And you're like, okay, I'm ready for this new beginning. I'm ready for something really amazing to happen in my life. Mm, mm. I didn't know that about Scorpio Venus, built to break hearts. Mm. It's interesting you say that because I just recently, my most recent encounter with a person, they have Scorpio and Venus, and that also was rather heartbreaking. So I feel you, JoJo. Good things are coming. It will stop raining eventually. Let's look at the Dreaming Way Tarot. Seven of Pentacles. You've invested a lot into something. She's got her bags. She's clutching her bags. She's put her energy, her effort into something. And here in this moment I'm interpreting this as here comes this another thing, another pentacle to allow her to continue to move forward, to continue her growth towards um something something good coming. It's like waiting for your for the fruit to ripen, you know, um to go home and unpack your bags and get to enjoy what you've invested in. Scorpios are magnets, aren't they? Five of Cups. I mean, this is sadness, this is loss, this is grief, feeling, especially in this card. You know, they have their backs to one another. And it speaks to me of because she's looking very sad, holding the two cups. And it feels like she gave this character three of the cups and they squandered it. They didn't really respect or care for the cups or what was in the cups, and just like, oh, whatever. Juggle, just gonna, I mean, this person isn't even holding them, and so this is that point of like something's happening out of your control, and all you can do is take your cups and try and find that peace within. Try and understand that it's gonna be okay. That yes, the rain will stop. Yes, the sun will come out. And yes, it's time to walk away. Time to take a leap of faith in a new direction. And it will be victorious. And somehow it has to do with your purpose in life, true prosperity. It's all happening. It's growing pains. Serious growing pains. Mm. Oh, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I just have to say it again. The energy today is so intense. Like I've already cried once today, and I feel like it's like right there. It's gonna happen again. Dang, seriously. Eight of Pentacles. This is you focusing on yourself. This is doing something that you love, that you're good at, that really um, you know that it's going to make you prosperous. It's those talents and skills you have that you always fall back on, and you continue to work on your mastery. And this is what you're good at and what you enjoy. That's what you're meant to be doing. I mean, sometimes we're good at things, and it's the whole idea in astrology. It's the north node versus the south node, and the south node is what we come in with that we're already good at. And at a certain point, like they say, just because you're good at it doesn't mean that's what you're meant to do for the rest of your life. That we always want to push the envelope. We always want to get outside of our comfort zone and move towards things that stretch us, that we're not so good at. But I feel like in this case, there's a certain amount of following that call and using that to help you move outside the comfort zone, taking what you know, what you love, and then doing something with it that is not normal, that is not comfortable. uh, Modest AF. I love it. Yeah, same here. Let's see. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm at 21 minutes already. You know what? I pulled out my angel cards today. I think they're the Archangel cards, Doreen Virtue, and they were calling to me. So we're just gonna. I feel like I want to get a bunch of messages from the angels. I think we all need it right now. Clairvoyance. Archangel Raziel. I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Yeah, anytime we're going through growing pains, um, it's it's to help us expand. It's to help us surrender so that we finally get to that point where we're like, okay, I don't know what to do. I okay, universe, lead me. What am I supposed to do now? I'm totally in this. Today's my last day of my job, and I thought I had something lined up, and then wah wah, no. That thing fell through, and so I'm like, oh crap. Okay, gotta hurry up and hustle and figure something out real quick, and it just feels so divinely. I feel so divinely led. Like the way things have happened. It's just like I don't have control, so I just have to try and trust that I'm going to figure it out. Follow those inner nudges. Follow the signs and know which ones to ignore and which ones to move towards. We've got spiritual understanding. Archangel Raziel again. Well, okay, I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Yeah, which is what I was just talking about. Spiritual sight, somehow having the ability to figure out what you need to do through images, through the things that you think about, the things that you see, and it's being connected to your higher power. This is very much this call that you're getting. Wow. Okay. Raziel is with us today. And we have life review. Archangel Jeremiel. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Resolve to heal anything that is unbalanced, putting the past to rest, moving in a whole new direction. What's unbalanced is usually it's unbalanced because of the fear, the fear that we inadvertently or blatantly believe, the false evidence appearing real. All right, thanks, angels. Let's go to the other angel deck. Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is. I never used this card. I went to a birthday party last night, and I got to be the reader for, for the party. It was really fun. Totally forgot my angel messenger cards. They were in a different pocket. Oh well, wasn't meant to pull them apparently. Ooh, and we get merger. Something big is coming. Something really prosperous. Maybe someone new is coming in to your life, because this can also be a card of like recharging hopes. Four of Wands. It's like long-term commitment. Um, romantic or otherwise. Somebody who's really important to you. And it could also be merger, like merging parts of yourself, kind of reconciling some parts of yourself, the fearful parts, becoming your own best friend. And understanding that the universe does have your back. There's a merger there as well, your spiritual connection with your higher power, and that leads to fulfillment. You are being led to victory, serious, like major victory, major fulfillment. And it's all through your ability to maintain that effort, to keep going, to go the distance. Brown chicken, brown cow. Yes. And then we've got commitment. I did just say it, didn't I? Committing to yourself, to your life, potentially to someone new coming along, committing to your connection with your higher power. This really speaks to me in my journey that I've been on over this last year, where I committed to I quit smoking pot. I started meditating every day. I think I was kind of doing it before, but I really I decided this is what I'm doing, and I committed to doing these readings and to becoming a reader. And I barely knew anything. And I was just like, I don't care how stupid I look. I don't care what it takes. I know this is what I'm supposed to do. I feel the call so strongly. I was getting the signs everywhere. And it's, once you know and decide, the doing becomes easy. You got to commit. You got to commit to yourself, to what's important to you. And then the world, the universe commits right back. You get rewarded for that. Because it's the ability, once you're committed, then you don't let the obstacles hold you back or stop you. You don't let the fear stop you. You're like, it makes me think of how they say that billionaires. I just heard someone say this actually about Jeff Bezos, Amazon guy, that everyone focuses on the billions that he's created through having Amazon. And yeah, he's the richest guy in the world, whatever. But he's also lost billions. There's all these things that he's done that haven't worked out. And so he's been committed to being prosperous, and he has taken risks, some that have worked and some that haven't, but he's always continued. When it hasn't worked out, he's always picked himself up and kept going, regardless of whether you're a Jeff Bezos fan or not. It's a great message. It's not letting the obstacles hold you back, not letting them stop you. And I said this in my last reading for water signs, that you just keep going. You figure out, critical thinking, problem solving to figure out, okay, I'm dealing with some stupid crap in my life. How do I work with this? Sometimes there's nothing you can do. Sometimes all you can do is deal with your inner self. But that directly affects your outer life because our world is a mirror. Or better, yeah, it's a mirror of us. Everything around us is reflects what's going on within us. Um, um, so anyway, getting distracted by JoJo's craziness. You crack me up too much, JoJo. I'd love to have a beer with you for some time. All right. Let's finish off. Oh my god, I'm at 31 minutes already. Oh geez. Dang it. You know what? Too bad. This is my channel. I can do what I want. If it go over 30 minutes, too bad. This is important, and I'm gonna pick a rune card. Please don't be sorry. You make my day. Seriously. We've got Rido. Oh, I think this is Rye Through. Looks like Rido. It's Rye Through. It's all about that inner journey. Possibly literally traveling. Sure. But very much doing that introspection, releasing the past, merging those parts of yourself, acknowledging the parts that feel the fear, and then doing it anyway. I don't even feel like I need to read the book. I'm just gonna call it. But yeah, do the inner go on that inner journey, and that's where you find your victory. Because whatever you figure out, work out within you, it's going to reflect in your life at some point. Maybe not right away. It might take a minute, but that's where you gain the courage to take that leap of faith. And it's going to pay off. It really is. So, um there's your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I just really appreciate you for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share.